Hi, welcome to the Top Class Science and Printing channel. This is our first video for the year. My name is Cappy.
And I'm Chris.
And we're here to help you market your business and give you some tips on how to get more customers and to save some money and to stay out there and market your business in great, authentic ways and affordable ways. So hopefully you will find some great tips throughout these videos. So our topic for today is how to market your small business on a tight budget. And we have 4 major categories that we want to touch up on. Good idea is to first try to stay and market your business locally. Before you take on the world, you have to be able to take on your local area.
That's a very good point.
So a good way to do that would be EDDM, which is Every Door Direct Mail. It's a mailer that you send to certain zip code within your area, or you can send it to another target area that you're trying to reach. But you pick that zip code and you send out a postcard. I recommend to send out stuff quarterly because you want to stay out there and involved within the community and in front of your customers or your prospects, and you want to stay relevant. So if you do it too little, then it's not going to be very good.
The one good thing about EDDM is, particularly if you're a new business and you want to introduce yourself to the community, it's a perfect way of, broadcasting, hey, I'm here. Let's say you have an ice cream shop and you just opened up. How's anybody going to find out about you? Everybody loves ice cream, but there's no way how you're going to get your word out there. Are you going to pass out flyers? No, you could go ahead and create an EDDM mailer, and it's going to target every home in the area, which is perfect. Who's your target market? All the homes, which is a perfect way of marketing to that particular market, which is EDDM.
And EDDM is very affordable. You pay a less expensive stamps cost to the post office, and the printing part of it is very inexpensive. So it's a great way for a small business. Another option to a mailer would be a direct mail. The direct mail allows you to send to a list, so you can use the current list that you have already, so your prospects or your current customers, or you can buy a list based on a target market that you're trying to reach.
Yes.
Let's say you're an event planner and you want to reach weddings, people are having weddings within a certain time frame, you can buy a list for that. And that's also another great way to advertise, but it's a little bit more expensive than the EDDM, but it's more targeted. So it's all depends on what you're trying to do and what your budget is. But either way, it allows you to stay in front of your customers and stay relevant and touch base and make sure you do it quarterly. Another great way to advertise locally, it's networking.
Networking, yes.
Some of us are more shy than others. So find the correct person within your business that will be able to go out to these networking events and stay and be very involved. The networking is not going to work if you're not involved. When I first started networking for our business, I didn't know what I was doing. I was very shy, and I would go to this event and leave with all these business cards and not do anything with them. And I will come back to the shop and I would tell everybody, networking doesn't work.
Yes.
But it's just because I didn't know what I was doing. So you have to be very involved within the networking group. Usually those are chamber of commerces or just regular organization, but there's always events going on. So be involved, join the committees, and stay relevant in front of people, because the minute you stop going, they will forget about you. And the whole point is to stay relevant. So you want to go and join committees so that people, even if they can't use your services, they can refer you. And people love to do business with people they know and they trust.
Just to touch on a couple of things. There's 2 different organizations you can look for locally. One is definitely a Chamber of Commerce, as you mentioned. Every area always has one. If not, maybe you can create your own first one. It's really just a group of people who get together and help and exchange and promote their businesses. The next one is also BNI. It's a pretty great group. Almost everywhere has them. They're typically always in the morning times. Typically very early, so it doesn't work for everyone. But it's a great group that really just focuses on bringing their business to each other. And the thing about networking is, as you mentioned, you really have to stay on top of the people. Don't get a business card and expect people are going to remember you. You have to go ahead and send them newsletters. A follow-up phone call would be great. Always about, because it's about building relationship with the people. So
And
it's all
staying
about,
in front of
yeah,
them.
yeah, definitely. So that's just a couple quick tips on networking.
So another good way to advertise your business locally would be to write for a local newspaper or a magazine. That is free. Just reach out to the smaller ones. Usually they always need great content. And what it does for them, it's a win-win situation. They get free content and you get free exposure. So let's say you're a doctor's office. You can write something about the flu season. It will touch their target area. And for you, it will give you exposure as an expert in your field. And you can use that same article and advertise it to your blog, to your social media. You can cut it out and put it on the wall in your office. It will show that you're involved in your community locally, that you're an expert in your field, and it will build trust with your customers and prospects. So writing articles is a great way. It may take a little bit of time, but it will be time well spent.
And that's one thing. It's always about impressing your customers. People like to see degrees and you've done this, you've done that, and who wouldn't be impressed by having your own personal article in a newspaper? To me, that's a big thing.
Yeah, and it's free and easy to do. Just look for a newspaper that touches your target area. 2, newsletters are a great way to market your business. Gmail is not a newsletter account system. Neither is AOL. I know you've all received those emails with 800 contacts that you can't unsubscribe from, and you hate having it, and it looks so unprofessional. So if you're gonna do a newsletter, do it right. Get a Constant Contact or MailChimp. There's so many programs out there, and some of them are free if you have a small list. If you have, I think, less than 500 for Constant Contact, they give you a free account, and as you grow you will pay, but it's money well invested. You want to stay in front of your customers, and newsletters are a great way.
The one thing about why she mentioned do not use Gmail is because when you do the Constant Contact, they have features called unsubscribe at the bottom. It's very, very important, because when you send out those newsletters, how do people get removed? Do you want to receive a stank letter from somebody saying, hey, remove me, I didn't subscribe? No. These features are involved at the bottom. So for one, if you do the Gmail, you can be reported as spam. Whereas if you do the Constant Contact, it has a little button at the bottom. It says remove me, and you'll never hear from you again. And that's the one thing difference between doing Gmail and that. You can be reported as spam, and you don't want that. Because what happens is, now you get reported, email's not going to go out. They're going to go in people's junk folder all the time, because people can report you, oh, this person's a spammer, and number one reason why not to use your Gmail for just blasting out hundreds of emails.
So send newsletters constantly and just put great content in there. Number 3, creating online content is a great way to advertise your business in a digital era. Everybody's online these days.
Yes.
We are a generation of taking over online. And for those who thought that online was going away, it is not going anywhere. It's only going to start growing. So in 2016, blog and content marketing is key, and it's the best way to advertise your business online.
I know everybody's done this. Walking on the streets, you've seen people on their phone. What do? They're not making phone calls. They're online searching. They're on Facebook, they're on Twitter, they're on Instagram. And you know what? Those are the places where you have to be on these days. Facebook, whether you're posting specials, promotions, maybe it's helpful tips on, maybe you're a bakery and putting out a bakery recipe. That's all stuff that people like to see. I mean, it's not always about selling products, especially with social media. It's about educating your customers and letting them know, hey, we're here to help you, whether it's selling your product or, we can also help you in a way. When people feel comfortable, they remember you and they'll think about you and they'll use you. And that's what it's about, social media. It's not about selling products. It's about staying in front of people and being, their guide to whatever you need.
Anything in marketing should be the 80-20 rule. It's not only for relationships. It works in everything in life. 80% should be tips and helpful content, and 20% only of everything you put out there should be selling your product and, pushing the product on your customer. Another great way is having a website. if you're in 2016 and you don't have a website and your website doesn't work online, you're not relevant. The first thing I do when someone calls me to try to sell me their business is why they have me on the phone for that cold call. I'm Googling them online. If they don't have a website, it tells me that you're not a relevant business. If it's hard to find you or your website is horrible, I'm just going to click close that little X button and I will never search you again. So a website is very important.
Yes, it definitely is. A couple of things. Getting a website is one, but you should always try and make it as informational and as professional as possible. Not everybody has a big budget, but impressions count. Back in the days, maybe things could be a lot simpler and that was fine, but today, everybody goes for these fancy websites. For one, it also has to be mobile. As I mentioned earlier, everybody's on their phone. There's a research or studies that shows that more people are searching on their phone compared to on their computer. So most people with the older websites, what's going to happen is the website's not going to function, images are going to be missing, or they have to zoom in and click and everything gets a lot more complicated depending on the phones you have. With the mobile versions of websites, everything gets adjusted, re-expanded, and there's a lot less problems you're going to have as far as the viewers seeing what they want. When it comes to online, people have a very, very short attention span. If your website does not load within a couple of minutes, not even minutes, a couple of seconds, they will leave your website, which is a very, very important thing. So loading a fast website is also very important.
And another way to advertise online is holding contests. You can hold contests on your website. You hold contests on your social media. You hold a contest through your newsletter. So you just have a contest, build a buzz. If the person wants to win what you're offering, they will share it with their customers. They will share it with their friends. And that's kind of like referrals, in a very inexpensive way. You're just giving out something for free, but you're gaining, more views, more feedback. You're getting a lot more back for that small expense.
And that's what they call going viral.
Oh, not everybody goes viral because it's hard.
Well, yes, that's true.
One can hope.
Well, that's the point. You want it to be something that people will want, and then they share it.
Yeah, that's shared.
It goes from person to person to person, and that's what the whole social media thing is.
So the fourth inexpensive way to advertise your business would be to say thank you. It may sound cliche and very simple, but not many of us say thank you to our customers. What you can do is you can get a 4x6 card or a greeting card or something more custom, whatever fits your budget and your needs, but just to say thank you. All you want to do is get the point out there. Say thank you for their business, thank you for their order, and you can throw in a coupon for a future order in it and ask for a referral at the same time. So with that one item, you're getting 3 things done. And that's a very inexpensive way of advertising.
Yes, it is. You don't always have to handwrite them. I mean, handwriting is always nice, but everybody has the time to do that. So you can always go to your local print shop and maybe they could come up with the graphic designer, come up with a nice layout. Obviously, thank you on the cover. On the inside, you could create a standard message. And then you could maybe sign them all at the end, or maybe you could go ahead and put, handwritten message for those special customers that you want to thank them for, hey, you did this, or we like working with you on this project, or whatever it is, special message at the end of that. But the little things that you can add into it to seem more personal is always definitely a nice plus.
So to recap, the 4 ways of advertising your small business inexpensively would be create local awareness, get active and participate within your community, create a newsletter. It's a very inexpensive way to stay in front of customers.
And also your current customers, because most people already have some type of a mailing list through QuickBooks or whatever it is. You already have customers. Don't waste time trying to find new customers. It's always easy to keep with the customers you currently have.
Number 3, create online content, because everybody is online these days, so you can't miss out on this opportunity. And number 4, say thank you to your customers for their business. And obviously you really want to say thank you, because without your customers, you wouldn't be in business, you wouldn't have a business, and you need customers to stay in business. And we've come to the end of our video. We hope you found some great tips. Just start and implementing something today. Just don't watch it and do nothing with it. Take it seriously in 2016. Try something new. Try something we discuss if you're not using it. Get out there in your community. Send out information to your customer. Reach out to your local print shop or contact us if you need any help. But the whole point is just to do something and stay in front of your customers all the time so that they don't forget about you and they don't go use someone else.
This is just the first of one of our many videos. We hope you liked it. Please make sure and like us or subscribe to our channel, and hope to hear from you guys again.
And leave a comment so that we can help you with any need that you may have. Signing out. Bye.
Thank you.